And finally, to give you a warm welcome from Housing Europe, please join me on stage Ben Madsen from Housing Europe, Maria Montes from ABS, Harmo Linden from ARRA Finland, and Javier Buron from the Barcelona City Council. Whenever you want.
Okay.
Welcome. How are you? Good.
Fine.
And let's start with Bent. Is it okay, Bent?
Yes.
So please, let's greet Ben Madsen, President of Housing Europe, whenever you want.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. So many people. It's very good to see. And it's very good to have this International Social Housing Festival. And it's very important. Our moderator said it. Our participants already have said it from the stage, but I think we have to mention it again and again. What's important for us is that we are not housing for profit. We are housing for people. It's so important that we are not just building houses to accommodate a demand, but we are building it for people living in the houses. We are built on social responsibility, and it's down in our common DNA, no matter what we are doing. That's why we are here. We provide homes for everybody. It's said also from the stage here earlier on that we are not building what we don't like the word ghettos. We are building inclusive cities and mixed cities, but we are building for everyone, but we provide homes also for people with low income, with no income, and with no home. And we have a target, which was also mentioned before, a target that we have to eradicate homelessness in 2030. And maybe earlier, we should be able to do it. I just hope it. So we are not just housing, our housing is not just four walls and a roof. Our housing is homes, it's housing areas, it's platforms to participate in the society. And I think it's very important to say that what we are doing here is that families and individuals are able to participate in the society, to do well in schools, to participate in the labor markets, and housing in that sense is welfare in a very broad sense. We have to remember that no matter what we are discussing here in this conference, it's technical things, it's green things, how we can save energy, whatever we do, we have this common target, all of us. Housing policy is also about health policy. Not just that long ago, we have a COVID pandemic, and we saw very clearly under the pandemic that the connection between housing and health policy. And now we are looking into a situation when we see it in the longer run, where we have a society, more elderly people, we have more demand for health, we have more demand for accessibility. We look into a situation where we see into a more distributed health sector. It's a health sector where we have health distributed also, I think, in the housing areas. That's a tendency we see in several countries. So it will also be a part of what we are doing in our sector to look, and it will be maybe one of the largest challenges, the bigger proportion of elderly people we look into in 10 in the next 20 years, and we see it already. Many people are over 65 and over 80, and it's coming very fast. The need for social housing is huge, and it's not only need for new production of social housing, it's also refurbishing of the social housing we already have. When we look at the elderly people, we have to refurbish to make adaptation of the buildings that we already have to what the needs are of people living in our housing areas in the next 20 years. And we heard some disturbing figures and also a hopeful figure this morning. The disturbing was 2% social housing in Catalonia, and the very positive figure was what's going on here in Barcelona, a high number of new produced housing and new produced social housing, a very big focus on innovation, and also what the minister said and what the mayor said, also a focus on quality of what is produced here in Barcelona. And I think we have reached about 8% here in Barcelona, and there was a question before, is it enough to eradicate homelessness? And I think it's a way to eradicate homelessness, and as I said in the beginning, it's our target when we look into 2030. We need clever housing policy, we need clever solutions, we need to exchange good ideas, we need inspiration, we need to learn from the best from our sector, and that is exactly what this festival is about. So you should not just look on the stage. I'm very happy that you look on the stage right now, but you should also look at who is sitting beside you right now, make connections, build up your network to make this festival live after the festival has finished this Friday. So until the next festival, you all can have a very great network and have inspiration from people you learn and people you know here. And you learn to know here on this festival. And it's already said, but I have to mention it again. We have a record high participation, 2,000 people. Should we give it a hand and give you a hand? Woo! 2,000! I don't know if you know it, but the last time in Helsinki, this festival was selected to be the best event of the year in the International European Association of Awards in this competition. And I think this too will be the best event of the year here in 2023. The diversity of your expertise here in this room is very, very broad. And we can see it in the topics in the event here. What can we experience on this festival? Affordable Housing Initiative, can we look at tech camp, climate adaptation, energy poverty, alleviation, of course, land policy, tenant engagement, tenant democracy. Also, we are looking at housing narratives and many, 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 many other things. So we can learn a lot in this festival. And as I said, you can build a powerful network with your colleagues all over Europe and also outside Europe. Because a very special thank here from me to all of you participating in this festival. We are very, very proud. Some of you participated in Lyon, and some of you participated in Helsinki. How many of you participated in Lyon and Helsinki? Okay, wow, it's very good. But we also have some new and important decision makers here in the room. And we heard it just before, our new counterparts from the US. We had a question before, and we have a lot of participants from Latin America. Can I see some arms and some hands from Latin America? Woo! Give a hand. So we are very proud. Thank you that you participate, and thank you very much, and welcome to this festival. Thank you.
Not three.
Thank you, Ben. María, te toca a ti.
Muy bien.
So let's welcome María Montes, President of Asociación Española de Gestores Públicos de Vivienda y Suelo, whenever you want.
Thank you, Nurea. Well, the auditorium is full. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, colleagues, on behalf of the managers and providers from the Spanish Association of Social Housing, I'd like to welcome you to Spain and to this wonderful city of Barcelona, which has the pleasure of hosting the 4th edition of the International Festival of Social Housing. I would like to thank our member in Catalonia, GSS, Gestores de l'Habitatge Social, social housing managers, and especially its president, Lydia Guillem, who isn't here at this moment, unfortunately. So I would like to ask for an applause for her and for all our members in Catalonia, please. They are playing an important role in order to guarantee the social and affordable housing in Catalonia, and of course, for the efforts they have put into the organization of this festival. I would also like to thank the entire Housing Europe team, represented here by its president, Ben Madsen. Please, an applause for the team and for Ben, as well as the manager of the Municipal Housing Institute of Barcelona, Javier Burón. An applause for him, of course. Jarmo, I didn't write on my speech an applause for you, but if not, you will be the only one with them. So please, an applause for Jarmo. The International Social Housing Festival gives us an incredible opportunity to get to know us better, exchange the best practices, and learn and join our forces to achieve a common goal: to improve the lives of people with more and better affordable social rental housing, and with social innovation focus on housing. In the limited time I have, I would like to share with you 2 insights from our sector in Spain. First, the Spanish housing sector is a diverse one, as diverse as our territorial realities in which large, medium, and small cities coexist. The members of the Spanish Association are professionals in the promotion and management of public housing, and for this reason, I want to state categorically that this sector is not at the benefit of any political ideology. We will support all those actions that help to create a suitable environment for the development of our activity, an activity that represents one of our essential public services in this country, an activity which, as I have mentioned before, has diverse regional and local circumstances. For the same reasons, we reject measures based on ideological or demagogic approaches that so many times have little to do with reality. The second point has to do with the role that public providers and managers should play in this crucial moment. Public, social, and affordable housing has never been at the center of the political agenda as it is today. In this context, our voice is crucial for taking the right decisions in the field of public and social housing policies. No one has the knowledge of rental housing management business as we do. We are offering our leaders our resources, our knowledge, our solutions to improve the lives of thousands of citizens by providing affordable rental housing, by improving their homes, making them more efficient, more comfortable, and more accessible, and by providing the best support services to our tenants. I hope that this festival will inspire us in the search for innovative solutions in order to face the challenge ahead of us. We will not disappoint. I have no sound. Oh my God. We will not disappoint the expectations that thousands of citizens have about our role as providers of public, social, and affordable housing. Thank you very much for your attention.
Muchas gracias, Maria. And now it's time for Harmo Linden, Director of ARRA Finland, organizer of the ISHF in Helsinki. The stage is yours.
Buenos dias, my friends. This is not very often I can talk to such a large audience, which makes me terrified. But greetings from the former festival organizers from Helsinki, Finland, to warm and lovely Barcelona, and greetings to all of you. Amsterdam Lyon, Helsinki, Barcelona. They are all different in many ways: history and culture, size, geography, and weather. Also, housing systems are different, but being major or emerging housing system, we all are suffering from a modern times housing crisis, lack of affordability in housing, lack of decent housing to all. We are suffering from homelessness. In Finland, policies to guarantee affordable housing started after the Second World War. Target groups of housing policies have changed. Nowadays, we are concentrating on social rental homes. We have very large housing benefit systems. Together with municipalities, we try to guarantee social mix in housing areas. And combating homelessness, we are targeting to eradicate homelessness totally until 2027. This fourth festival gives us again an opportunity to meet each other, exchange views and experiences, learn from each other, get inspired, and have fun too. Why not? Dear friends, recently housing crisis has turned even more severe. Housing is used more and more as a platform for profit seeking. That is called financialization. I'm convinced that markets can't solve the housing question alone. We all need strong public policies on national, regional, and municipal levels to guarantee this very human right to housing, the very foundation of all other well-being. My friends, I congratulate my Barcelona friends for organizing this fourth International Social Housing Festival. I know from our experience that it means a hell lot of work. I appreciate a lot of that. Thank you. As a Finnish person, I'm sure that this movement will not finish here. Let our festival movement go on in the spirit of Barcelona. Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, Jarmo. And last but not least, let's welcome Javier Buron, Housing Manager of Barcelona City Council.
Good morning, everybody. As a veteran from the battles of Amsterdam, Lyon, Helsinki, and now Barcelona, I would like to share a journey, very briefly, but I would like to share this journey that we made in the city of Barcelona with other colleagues from Catalonia and Spain, going to the first festival in Amsterdam, and being a part of our efforts in order to learn, study, change, and meet with about every system, group of experts, project, or program that will be developed over Europe. This journey of learning is key in order to establish or to make more robust or to diversify your own systems, your own housing systems. And for us, it was a journey that paid off, or we believe that it paid off. We witnessed a very marginal presence of Catalan and Spanish members at that Amsterdam festival. And 3 years later, we have been in charge of organizing this festival, and in the way our colleagues put it, I'm quoting them, they are not my words, we are one example of an emerging system which should be a model for the emerging systems, among others, I assume. But it is true that some places around Europe, especially the east and the southern part of the continent, and also our colleagues based on Latin America. We are in this desperate search and need of new programs, techniques, and ways of working on social and affordable housing. And I would like also to stress the importance that emerging systems, we are present in the dialogue and debates about emerging problems. And we don't leave those debates only to already very established, more mature and more robust housing systems. We have also themes to bring to the table in those debates, and I'm sure that these 3 days will be an example of that. I end my words with an offer, with an obvious offer. We have done this journey. We will continue the journey because it never ends. You always have to improve your policies, especially on housing, which is immense, and maintaining is really not far away to be accomplished. But we offer our capacities. The fact that Barcelona has been always a kind of a lab in terms of public policies, and especially a urban lab. And in the last years, it has been stressing the importance of affordability of housing in that context of an urban lab. We offer you our capacities. We are open to exchange, to learn, to share, to grow together, to mix, to mingle with other people, with other colleagues from all over Europe and the world, who are also willing to engage in that journey of understanding and learning how other systems work. And we have 2 things to offer to you. And I think the most valuable thing is the second one. We offer you our good practices, and we also offer you our failures. And sometimes you learn much more about failures than about good practices. And on top of everything, we offer you our passion, which I think is something that is necessary in order to undertake these type of processes. And I'm sure that the so-called emerging systems in the European context, we are going to be able to produce game changers for our own societies and also for the debate about the housing systems in the European context and worldwide. So we are fully at your disposal, and we will be absolutely honest about good things and bad things. And I hope that you enjoy very much these 3 days among us.
Thank you all, Harmo, Javier, Maria, and Ben. With these words, the 4th edition of the International Social Housing Festival has officially started. I think now a coffee would be nice, right? Yeah, you've earned it, you deserve it. In a sec, you will take your time to enjoy the coffee break on floor 0, also to do some networking and visit the exhibitions and stands you will find around the building. But just let me give you some practical information before you leave. Please remember to collect your badge on the entrance. If you're coming back to the auditorium afterwards, after the coffee break for the side events, you can take the simultaneous translation device with you and bring it back with you. Otherwise, if you're going to another room, another side event, please give it back here. So you will find another devices in the other spaces. And if you want to take some pictures of the festival and share them on social media, please use our hashtag ISHF2023. Having said that, let's take a coffee break, and we should all be back here at 11 o'clock. Thank you so much, and see you in a while. Gracias.